a stem cell stimulator. And then one of the other ones that I like to use is the X49, which I understand is like a sort of like a performance support or like recovery support. And then, and then there's another one that I really like for that actually helps support your own body's glutathione production, which is the master detoxification chemical or component of the body. So I'll stop there and let you take it away.
Okay. Okay, absolutely. So X49 is David's most recent patch. So David's been inventing patches for 20 years. So this is not a new thing for him. He was working with the Navy SEALs 20 years ago, and he was inventing survival equipment, and they asked for something to help with oxygenation, help with sustainability, endurance, stamina in the field, and he invented his first patch with them. And so over the 20 years, he's invented a dozen patches. His most recent is called X49. It's been out for 2 years. So X39, this one that I have right here, activates GHKCU. X49 activates AHKCU. So it's a daughter peptide. So picture a mom and a daughter that love each other. They work really well together. That's what X39, 49 do. So X39 activates those stem cells systemically, like systemic throughout the whole body. They'll do whatever. AHK, that copper peptide, is responsible for specific areas. It has affinities to muscle, for example, reducing body fat. So building lean muscle, reducing body fat. Bone, when you put 39, 49 together, they stop bone loss and they increase bone density. They have 49 has huge neurological and cardiovascular benefits looking at our clinical studies. We can see reduction of systolic, diastolic blood pressure. And so we can see cognitive benefits, right? When you look at neurodegenerative types of issues with people, we can see a lot of progress from using 39, 49 together. So 49, that peptide likes to go to certain areas where 39's throughout. When you put them together, though, like I said, they exponentially work with each other to be able to help with increasing lean muscle mass, grip strength, bicep, core, quads, things like that. And also being able to stop that bone loss and increase bone density, which is super important as we age. When you think about as we age, we tend to put on more body fat, we tend to have less lean muscle mass, and our bones are not as strong as they used to be. And so when you use that combo, that addresses some serious core issues inside of the body for longevity. Not to mention the cardiovascular and neurological, heart and brain, you're not going to live without them, right? And so we can see that those two for sure being very, very key for overall general wellness and health and longevity. And of course, if you're an athlete, if you're someone that works out, like for example, my teenage son, we can see huge gains in the gym because of the recovery, building the lean muscle mass. For myself, being able to run longer, farther, faster, no downtime, not the soreness is gone. If you're already someone that works out, we see people even in their 60s, 70s that didn't do much more than go for a walk. And now they're jogging, or now they're, able to do steps and, add extra things to their workout routine that they never could before. Now, glutathione's totally different. Okay, glutathione is already in your body, just like these peptides are. It's the master antioxidant, detoxer, immune booster. You got plenty of glutathione when you're a kid. And of course, the oldest people on the planet, if you're familiar with the blue zones, they have the highest level of glutathione in their body. So they're doing something right to live past 100. So glutathione is one of those things that we're like, whoo, we want more of this. Well, you can do a supplement, like a liquid or a suppository, or you can do an IV push, even at the end of a vitamin drip. They'll do a big push of glutathione. The problem with glutathione supplements is they're only going to elevate your own glutathione about 23%, unless you want to do a coffee enema. Personally, don't really have time for that. Not really interested in doing that on a daily basis. I like to drink my coffee, but there are benefits, doing those coffee enemas to elevate your glutathione. But again, that's something you're going to have to do daily. And so unless you're, versed in that and that's your forte, I wouldn't recommend someone going to do that. But the thing is, the glutathione, no matter what you're doing in all those methods, it actually only sustains your glutathione. It has about a 7-minute half-life. So in a couple hours, it's gone. So being that it's the master detoxer, master antioxidant means it goes and chomps up free radicals, neutralizing toxins throughout the entire body systemically. So it's only there for just a short period of time. Well, I don't know many people that can go get hooked up to IV glutathione every single day to try to give themselves massive amounts and whatnot. So our patch looks the same as all the other patches, but this glutathione patch elevates and activates your own glutathione. It does that by activating a peptide in your liver. So it raises your own glutathione by over 300%.
That's amazing.
That's huge. But because of our patented technology in the patch, it actually sustains your own glutathione level for over a 24-hour period. So what that means is I can put this patch on, I can leave it on 12 hours, take it off and throw it away, and my glutathione level is still elevated, which means my body's ability to go and remove toxins, neutralize toxins, is still working for that whole entire 24-hour period. So it's detoxing my body, eliminating the things in there that I don't need. Those environmental toxins, the food toxins, the water toxins, right? My thought toxins. It's a huge, huge benefit to your immune system. And some people are like, well, I've got these, different types of conditions I've been diagnosed with. I don't want to do anything to boost my immune system. I'm like, that's not correct.
Yeah.
You're in that situation because your immune system is not functioning correctly. Right. We want to get to the root of the problem. We want to reduce your inflammation in your cells. We want to pull these toxins out of the cells and eliminate them from the body. And we want to be able to have your stem cells go to work to do whatever is needed. And so when you look at the X39, the glutathione, X49, we have a patch called Eon. Those are amazing patches to be able to help your body get into balance. And literally you're talking the price of a cup of coffee a day. And it's nothing's going your body. There's no interactions, no contraindications if you're on medications. And, coming from a background of holistic health, I'm into all kinds of things, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful with interactions with people, with their medications and different foods and stuff. And there's none of that. No worry. It's incredible.
Just to piggyback onto that before we move on to some of the other patches too, I just want people to understand that, especially women, as we get older and our body starts changing, moving, through, normal cycling, perimenopause into menopause, some of the ways that our body digests our own hormones is directly linked with our detox pathways. Mm-hmm. So whether or not your body is able to get rid of, there's an inflammatory estrogen molecule and then there's a healthy estrogen molecule or a supportive anti-inflammatory. Mm-hmm. Some people with impaired detox pathways have too much of the inflammatory estrogen, therefore, leading them to a higher risk of breast cancer, ovarian cancer, all these different things, in addition to having a harder time with their cycles and with these, changes that we experience as we age. And so that's one of the things too that I think is super important and so amazing about this glutathione patch specifically, because I myself am aware that I have the MTHFR SNP. So if any of you out there know that you also have this, this glutathione patch can, really be so supportive and life changing and through your healing journey, through staying healthy, aging in a easier way. If actually maybe even aging in reverse, if you, again, like you said, if we use them consistently for a long enough time, and I've only really been consistently using the patches for 2 months now. And people are already asking me what are you doing something different with your skincare or, what's going on? I'm like, well, I'm just using these patches and, here I am. So,
right. Something's changing.
Yeah. I mean, things that maybe when we look at ourselves every day, maybe we don't even notice it, but people, that we interact with in our lives, they notice it. And so you're getting that feedback. And, even, within you're feeling, like you said earlier, you're feeling better, you're sleeping better, you're more alert, you have more energy. So, I think that's important to sort of help reinforce that